Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of Intuitive Angling, and appreciate you guys swinging by the channel to check out today's episode. And guys, today I want to talk about a new bait that I think is going to replace the wiggle wart and the rock crawler. Everybody knows that December, January, February, March are really good months to fish a rock crawler and wiggle wart. It's been a staple. It's probably one of the most productive techniques for fishing this time of year, especially anytime the water temperatures in the between say 45 and 55 degrees. A wiggle wart and a rock crawler is really good. But they've had some problems, in terms of recreating like the original wiggle wart wobble. But I found a bait here I want to share with you guys now that is the closest I've ever seen that you can get to those old, impossible to find wiggle warts that you can actually buy now. So I'm going to show you what that is in today's video and give you guys some tips and advice on that general technique of cranking the wiggle wart and the rock crawler in today's episode. Also, guys, before we get started, a quick reminder that we do have my Fish the Moment winter lake map breakdowns up on the fishthemoment.com website now. These are maps that I've created for fishthemoment.com. We got lakes all across the country, 4 different seasons. Right now, we got the winter maps up right now. So this is a great resource, guys, to get some good places. You can go right to download to your GPS unit from these maps, tips and advice on how to fish each spot, and you can duplicate, around the lake yourself. So I'll put my Fish the Moment lake map breakdown link in the description of this video. And also, guys, real quick, just a reminder that SolarBat has 50% off on my signature series RB2s and 3s right now, with that Black Friday sale. So you can get them at half price right now through SolarBat. I'll put the SolarBat link in the description. Use the promo code RandyB, capital R, capital B, for free shipping and handling. And thank you for putting up with the plugs. Much appreciated with that. Okay, guys, the old school wiggle wart, man. This is, a lot of people have went to the rock crawler. They think the rock crawler is better than a wiggle wart. I have not seen it, guys. I have been fishing a wiggle wart for 50 years, and I've also fished the rock crawler. I don't think there's any bait that can compare to like the old school wiggle wart up until the one I'm getting ready to show you now, even a rock crawler. But the problem is the old wiggle warts, the ones that are really good are the ones that wobble real wide side to side like that. And the new ones sort of go like this, they're tight. And people have been asking for the old school wiggle warts forever. It's like, nobody can recreate them. It's like there's a problem that people cannot get that bait to swing. So anyway, guys, I found this one at Tackle Warehouse. I bought them at Tackle Warehouse just like you guys can. This is called the Brad's Wiggler. And you can see it's almost identical. Here's an old school wiggle wart right here. And here's the Brad's Wiggler. They're almost identical with that. And also, guys, I'll link the Brad's Wiggler link in my Tackle Warehouse description if you guys would like to pick up some, because I bought them at Tackle Warehouse just like you guys do. You can use that link in mine there. But anyway, the Brad's Wiggler, guys, it does not have the same swing as the really old school one. It doesn't go like that back and forth, but it's better than the rock crawler or the new wiggle wart. It's got the swing on this thing is wider than a rock crawler or a new wiggle wart. It's not as wide as the old school impossible to find wiggle warts, but it's the best thing that I have found since. It's like, if you don't want to have to go on eBay and pay 35 bucks for an old wiggle wart that's got a crappy color paint job on it, you can get a really good color selection of these Brad Wigglers there at Tackle Warehouse. And I've been catching a lot of fish on them. It's like I've been using them for about 2 years now. And they're not, like I said, they're not just like the old wiggle wart, but they will catch more fish than a rock crawler or a new wiggle wart for sure. So just give them a try, guys. If you guys if you guys are a rock crawler or wiggle wart fan, I think you'll like that Brad's Wiggler. It's been working pretty good for me. But anyway, you hear this debate back and forth between rock crawler and wiggle wart. Some guys are like diehard rock crawler fans. Some guys are diehard old school wiggle wart fans. I fall in the latter category. When you get a good old school wiggle wart, I don't care what it is, nothing can beat it. It's like there's something about that bait that just catches more fish than anything. It'll catch twice as many fish as a rock crawler. The difference between a rock crawler and a wiggle wart is that the rock crawler most of the time will run a little bit deeper. And the problem that a lot of anglers have is they make the mistake of throwing their rock crawlers or their wiggle warts on a bait cast rod. If you want to get the maximum efficiency, especially out of a wiggle wart, throw a wiggle wart on a spinning rod. I throw my wiggle warts most all the time on 6 to 8 pound line on a spinning rod because I can cast 25% further than I can with a bait caster, and I have a better feel with the bait. So therefore, I don't need to use a rock crawler because I can get a wiggle wart down as deep as guys are getting a rock crawler down with my spinning outfit. And that's really the only reason a lot of people use the rock crawlers is they just get down deeper. That's basically it. Because a rock crawler cannot compete with a wiggle wart and catching fish with it. And I'm saying that from somebody that's an old school Ozark wiggle wart expert, that I've talked to experts and I've fished them forever. So anyway, just a few tips and advice. If I could give you one piece of advice, to help out your wiggle wart fishing over the coming years, is just try them, guys, on a spinning outfit. Put them on some type of, I use that 6'11" Megabass whip snake. Again, usually 6 to 8 pound test Seaguar and Vizex 4 carbon line, and it works for me. I mean, I catch a ton of fish on that bait with that setup, and I've experimented with every different type of rod and reel you could use with them, and that's the one that works best with me. So anyway, guys, Tackle Warehouse link in the description. Get you a couple of these Brad Wigglers. I think you'll like them. They're a real good replacement for, the ones that are up there right now. Hope it helps you guys catch some, and we'll talk later.